If you have ever found yourself Googling ADHD parenting tips at 2 a.m. and walked away feeling even more confused than before, I want to tell you that you're not alone. I want you guys to just drop a me in the chat if that's ever been you. I want to see how many of us have been there. I want to tell you that I was that person Googling everything around ADHD parenting tips at 2 a.m. And I was constantly in this place of feeling overwhelmed, feeling even more confused. So, guys, just drop a me in the chat if that's ever been you. I want to really show you today that you're not on an island on your own. Here's the problem every ADHD tip seems to contradict the last one. I mean, one day it's okay, do this supplement. The next day it's you have to medicate your child. And while you're just trying to get through the next meltdown, the next bedtime, the next school drop off, I remember that feeling so well. When my son was first diagnosed with ADHD, I sat in the doctor's office and I thought to myself, okay, what now? And then came the advice, like all of it from everyone, from everywhere. And none of it actually felt doable. And let's be real, the overwhelm isn't just about the advice. And I just realized that my microphone is not set to the right microphone. So you probably weren't hearing me very well. So hopefully that's better. Guys, let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. Just give me a wave. Hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm Dana Kay, your ADHD health practitioner. But as I said, I remember sitting in the doctor's office when my son was first diagnosed and thinking to myself, what now? And then all of a sudden, just this outpouring of advice from everywhere. And none of it felt right for me. None of it felt doable. And, the overwhelm wasn't just about the advice, it was everything that comes with it. Like, the black and white debates. Thanks, Lady Charm. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. There was so much black and white debates. If you medicate, you're failing. If you don't medicate, you're failing. You're irresponsible. And it's like people try to force you to choose a side. Plus there's I could hear you. Thank you for sharing that. There's this pressure to pick a side, isn't there? It's a pressure to pick the right strategy, the right diet, the right therapist, the right strategy for your child. And when your kid is melting down and you're just trying to get through the day, the social media, I mean, man, it's like so overwhelming. Everyone's sharing what worked instantly for their child. And you're sitting there wondering why nothing's clicking for yours. Just drop yes in the chat, guys, if you've ever felt like everyone else's child is making progress, but yours isn't. And then you come, you come with questions from the teachers, the doctors, the family members. Have you tried therapy? Why don't you just medicate? Are you sure you're doing enough? And all of it is just like piles. It piles on you until you just, you just feel overwhelmed. You feel at a point of being paralyzed. So I just want to say that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling frozen, thank you for sharing, Lady Charm. If you're feeling like you're constantly switching from one strategy to the next strategy, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because you haven't been given a system that actually works. And today I wanted to give you 5 quick, simple shifts to cut through all of that noise and actually start making progress. So number 1, okay, stop trying to do everything at once. Just pick one thing, okay? Just one. That's all you need to do. Just start there. What's your child struggling with the most this week? I would recommend starting there because I can tell you Rome wasn't built in a day. You do not need to do everything today. Number 2, mute the rest of the noise. You don't need 100 expert ADHD opinions. You need just a few voices that you can trust. If someone makes you feel worse instead of actually feel empowered, mute it and move on. I wish someone told me back in the day, for sure. Key tip number 3, focus on the ADHD foundation. So instead of getting lost in a sea of ADHD strategies, simplify your approach, by focusing on key areas that have the biggest impact on ADHD symptoms. So if you've been in my community for very long or been following me for very long, you probably already know that I specialize in natural strategies to reduce ADHD symptoms. And these include diet, reducing inflammation like that toxic load, targeted supplementation, functional lab testing, and other natural strategies as well. And so I've actually created a free guide called the Ultimate ADHD Cheat Sheet. And this has got my exact framework for this. So if you want that, you can just drop the word ultimate, ULTIMATE, in the comments, and I will DM that directly to you after this live. So that's ultimate. So you can put that in the chat now, if you're watching the live or if you're watching the replay, and we will send that over via DM. So hot tip number 4, you want to track what's working, and what's not working. You don't need a fancy system. You just need a notebook. Pay attention to what's actually improving. Not every strategy needs to be a home run, and not every strategy will be. You just need some consistency. And really, the best way to know if something is not working or something is working is to track it. And really sadly, this is one step that a lot of parents completely forget about. And it can be so simple. Nat, thank you for the heart. If you want, you've got that. That'll come over to you now. Hot tip, finally, number 5: ignore the guilt-based advice. Anyone telling you there's only one right way, they're wrong. You are not a bad parent if you medicate. You're not a bad parent if you don't medicate. You're a great parent because you're here. You're showing up, you're trying, you're learning. And it's really important to know that. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of those 5 tips are you going to try first? Just drop number, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the chat. I'd love to know. And I'm going to give them to you again one more time and in rapid fire as a reminder. And you can just drop the number in it. So here it is again. Number 1, stop trying to do everything at once. Number 2, find a few trusted experts and tune the noise out from the rest. Number 3, focus on the foundations. Remember, comment ultimate, ULTIMATE, right here. And I'll send you over the cheat sheet for that. Number 4, track what's working and what's not. Number 5, ignore all of the guilt-based advice. So I can see Lady Charm is number 5. Yes, I love that one. That's awesome. Now, drop that number, and if this is on the replay, I'm going to post this to my feed in a bit. If you are watching the replay, drop 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And remember, if you want that cheat sheet, you just need to write ultimate in the chat below. Nat saying number 1. Yes, don't worry. I tried to do everything on day 1. Day 1, seriously. That is not what I teach. Just pick one and start slow. Rome wasn't built in a day. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all of the answers. You just need to start. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I hope this live has been helpful. I'm Dana Kay, your ADHD health practitioner. I'll see you next week. Bye.